how are you? Once again, I want to welcome you to this beautiful channel called Kai Kate Lux. Kai Kate Lux, where we are led by God, graced in divine power and living in purpose. So I created the first video, I think last week. It was my intro video and I really liked the engagement. And if you have not watched that video, I would kindly advise you or kindly request you to please go and watch that video, because that video I was so nervous, I didn't know what to do. Okay, not that I'm not nervous right now, I am still nervous, but I'm still I'm getting the hang of it. You get? I'm getting the hang of it. So if you have not hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you feel like commenting as we continue, please do comment. Feel free to comment. And if you have not shared this video, make sure you share it, okay? We said we are getting the hang of it. So today we are going to be discussing about purpose. So what is purpose? Purpose, as well as I may define it, purpose is your willed work on this earth. Your willed work on this earth. So I know most of us have a job where you go and you work, where you go and get your daily bread, you go get money to pay your bills. That is your job. That's your job. And work. Now, this is the purpose, because earlier on I defined purpose as the willed work for everyone. Maybe the willed work for Kate is the purpose for Kate, you know. So I know some of you have not caught up with me yet. So let me give you an example. You know, it is written in the Bible. That every person has been born with a special gift. Every person has been born with a special gift. Like, everybody was brought into this earth for a reason and a purpose. Like, you have a reason. Maybe you're a cashier at some hotel. Maybe you're a CEO in your company and you think that is your purpose. Maybe you, after listening to this video, you might try and examine yourself and sit down and rethink if really that is your purpose. So it is good to have a job, because you have to survive on every day, because you're human. You need to eat, you need to dress well, you need to have a shelter, you need your family to stay well. That is your job. And actually the Bible encourages people to find a job, because the Bible says it does not like lazy people. Okay, lazy people will not be rewarded. So it is good if you have a job, and that is nice. But let's go to purpose. Purpose is something like, okay, I would say something that gives you fulfillment. So how do you realize your purpose? The first thing you have to know, your purpose, you have to do it very efficiently, very effortlessly, you know, like very effortlessly, compared to some people. For example, in comedy, there are some people who their purpose on this earth was just to excel in comedy, to make maybe God known in that comedy, create comedy that will go places, you know, those big comedians. Some people were to host shows, you know, like Steve Harvey's show, these big shows, you know. That was their purpose in this life. And personally, I do not feel comfortable making people laugh, so I cannot create comedy for you guys. I would have to like sit down, hey, get out of my comfort zone, like kabisa, so that I can create something that you guys might laugh about. And eventually you might not laugh, because I'm not funny, actually. I'm not funny. So yeah, so to me, comedy is not my purpose, because comedy, I would have to give it my all, I would have to sweat, and at the end of it all, it might fail. And 90% it might fail. I'm sorry for that. I don't know why I'm stammering. I told you guys I'm nervous. I don't know why you're making me nervous. I don't know. Okay, so that is what I was saying. And for example, I'm going to use myself. You see, as I'm here, I'm talking to the camera. I'm just alone, me and my crew team and my cameras, you know. Like, you guys are not here, and I'm doing this thing so effortlessly. Not that I'm not nervous. I think I'm nervous because I don't know how you guys are going to react. Whether you guys, you should think about commenting. Yeah, consider commenting. I need to feel that feedback. I need to know what you guys think about me, think about this podcast. I think it's a podcast. Yeah, so next time I'm just going to bring a mic here ndio ikue a proper podcast. So yeah, you see the way I'm seated here just talking to the camera, this might not be very effortlessly, but like it's something I enjoy doing, something that I do it so well, you know. And somebody else might not be very comfortable. In fact, most people might not be very comfortable just sitting in front of the camera and saying 1 2 3, you know. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying, it has to be effortlessly. Maybe you make coffee latte very easily, and I don't know how to make it. I make it and sometimes it's it's just something else, you know. So that is something that you do very well, so it has to be something that you do very well. And I also think you're asking yourself, how, Kate, how will I know my purpose on this earth? Because it is very important to know your purpose on this earth. Otherwise, you'll be swayed by everything and anything that comes your way. And we do not want that for you, especially if you're a subscriber or you have come across this video. You need not to be swayed by anything and everything that comes your way. So, Kate, how will I know my purpose? First thing first, some people know their purposely very well, like it comes very naturally to them because maybe they grew up doing it, they grew up very accustomed to it. Just in their life struggles, their life 50s, they just found it, you know. That is very nice for you. Yeah, I have said it comes effortlessly. So anything you do effortlessly and it has, like, it doesn't matter if it even gives you profit or no profit, or but in your heart it gives you a lot of happiness. That's what I'm saying. So Kate, how will I know this purpose? The first thing that I would actually advise, because you know we are Christians, I am Christian, so I would advise you to pray about it. You know, just pray God to give you wisdom, to give you knowledge, to help you open the third eye of your heart, to know that this is what I do effortlessly, this is what I enjoy doing, you know. I would highly recommend that. The second thing you might do is just sit down and analyze yourself. You know, I realized in this life and in this era, the 21st century, most of us are very busy in our today life. Like we are super busy. We do not even have time to sit down and talk about Kate. Okay, not that you guys are called Kate. Personally, like I don't sit down, I ask myself, okay, what does Kate want? What does Kate think about this? What does Kate feel about this? As we just go like, hey, everything is super fast because the world is moving in a very fast speed. So you have to keep up, and we find ourselves moving up very fast. And actually, guys, I would like to advise you every single day. It really worked for me. If you have not watched my Insta stories, please go and watch them because I recorded a reel about it. So I started doing this like a week ago. Like every day I have a sit down, I take my journal, I write like what I felt about this day, what I felt about this person approaching me, what I felt when I was doing this. If you do this and this and this, you're writing everything. Even if you're not writing, you're just keep taking time off the internet, off talking with anyone, just sitting with yourself and asking yourself, what does James want? What does Jane want? What does Kate want? You know, asking yourself that will also help you recognize your purpose on this earth. Because, as I have said, you do not want to be swayed by everything. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard, there are some people who are very successful and they do not have that fulfillment in their heart. Like they have money, they have posh cars, they have mansions they live in, their family is well, but in their heart they feel like, hey, one and one is not adding up. One and one is not adding up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Why? Because these people, they just focused on the rushing of life. They made sure they have everything, which is actually very nice, but they forgot, I as a person, I was born for something. I as a person, I was intended to do something, to change something. You know, even in the Bible it highlights that every person is an answered prayer for a generation. So you who you are watching me, you're an answered prayer in your generation. You were born into that generation because of something. Like you carry an answer. There was a question that was asked by your ancestors, by your people, by your mom, by your dad. You know, they needed an answer, and you came with that answer. You're that answer. And purpose is like the how you know I am this answer. Purpose is the answer. So this is what I'm saying. You need to know the answer that you are. because it would be very, very disappointing and very, very sad if you were to live this life very well and die not accomplishing your purpose, you know. Because even in the end times, okay, when God will be accounting for all our lives, he will ask you, what did you do, John, with your life? What did you do? My mom lived well, my family lived well, I ate well, I dressed well. And then he will ask you, like, what did you actually do? You know, what did you actually do? Did you help the needy? Did you sing for people? Did you soothe their hearts? Did you do something, you know? And I cannot sit here and lie to you guys that I can maybe tell all of you what your purpose are, because like it's an internal thing. Like you have to focus on your internal self so that you understand what purpose is. And not to judge anyone or not to criticize anyone, but guys, you need to find your purpose. You need to find your purpose. You need, like, when somebody asks you, okay, where are you going to be in 5 years? Where are you seeing yourself in 10 years? You will have like your career planned out, you have your family planned out, and you have your purpose planned out. Like you have to have a great direction. And I usually say this: planning ahead of time, that is for your life. It does not actually mean that I know what is going to happen. Maybe I say, like, in the evening I'm going to go to the swimming pool. It doesn't mean that I actually know I'm going to go to the swimming pool. For all I know, it might rain and I might not end up going. You understand what I'm saying? So you planning just makes you stay on your toes and sets a clear path for you, okay? So don't feel shy. Don't shy off of writing your purpose, discovering your purpose. Guys, please, you need to know your purpose. I need you guys to build this like, if I am a firm believer, if everyone was to know their purpose and actually work on like growing that purpose and fulfilling that purpose, like it's like a mission, you know, it's like a mission that you're given on this earth. Yeah, it's a mission. Yeah, that has just dawned on me. Yeah, I'm very smart. I'm very smart. So like it's like a mission. So you don't want to die if you've not accomplished your mission. You have to accomplish the mission. You're the main character in your life. You have to make sure that you accomplish your mission in this earth. Okay? And I have told you guys, do not feel shy. If at all you have grown up or you're still growing up for the children, and if you're still grown up for the adults, and you have not yet realized what your purpose is, just use these simple steps. Pray and then sit with yourself, because that thing is in you. Okay, we will pray, but God will not appear here and say, hiya, abracadabra, I am here, Kate, so your purpose is this and this and this. No. Like, you have to focus on yourself. For him to even give you an answer, you have to focus on yourself, to ask yourself, hey, what am I good at? What did I dream of? And surprisingly, you guys, you don't know, I was actually talking to my mom the other day, and we were actually talking about this. I actually didn't know I'm going to talk about this on this channel as the first topic, but as we were talking, she reminded me something. She reminded me that this purpose was like, it was put in you even when you were a small baby, when you didn't have the struggles of life, when you didn't have to care about what your children are eating, how they are dressing, how your parents are eating, how I'm going to pay my rent, when you didn't have all these mini-critic things to worry about in life. You knew your purpose, because you had dreams. You dreamt beyond, you dreamt beyond when you were a child. Most of us, that is. So in that dreaming, there was your purpose there. So you have to go back to that small child. You have to go back to that small boy and ask yourself, what was I thinking about? What did I ever dream about becoming? You know? And that is how actually you will know your purpose. And guys, if you have any comment, make sure you comment. If you sit down after listening to this video by yourself and evaluate your life, evaluate yourself, and you discover your purpose, let us know. You know, most of the purpose, surprisingly, because I say God is a very fair God. Most of our purposes in this life are things that can actually earn us money. Maybe your purpose is editing. Maybe you can edit a video very, very well. Very, very well. And that will give you money. Maybe you can sing very, very well. That will give you money. Maybe you even love giving. You know, you give. The next thing you know, some NGOs know you. Someone else has known you, you know, guys. And you've found a partner. Like, you start a business in something. So do not shy off. Your purpose is just not a waste of time. It's going to make you grow. Okay, guys? It's going to make you grow. It's going to make you, even when others, for example, if you see somebody who has a purpose, who has already discovered their purpose, that is, and somebody who has not yet discovered the purpose, even you guys know you're going to carry this person who has the purpose very well, because this person is going to tell you, so Kate, me, I'm going to do this in 5 years. I have this planned. This is the plan. I'm going to go to Malaysia. I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to China. I'm going to take this and this. So this person has a plan. So I'd rather bet on this person rather than this person who does not know what they want in life, or what they are. I'm sorry, not that what you do not want in life, but that's actually what you don't want in life. I don't know how to sugarcoat it, but you don't know what you want in life. So how will I bet on you? You need to bet on yourself first, so that I can bet on you, so that the world can bet on you. And guys, some of us have not yet realized that your purpose is the key to unlock your life, to unlock your success, to unlock your future, to unlock your family's future. I've said each one of us is an answered question, is an answer to a question that was asked before we even existed. So make sure you know your purpose, guys. If you have any comment, make sure you comment. If you have any question, you can also ask on the comment section. I personally am going to be replying to all your comments. If you have not told your friend that Kate Lux exists, make sure you tell them. Make sure you tell them that Kate also has a social media platform. In fact, across all social media, you will find me tagged as Kate Lux. Kate Lux, Kate _Lux on all platforms, or just Kate Lux. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of this video, and I've actually enjoyed vibing with you guys. Yani, I don't know. I thought it was going to be hard. I don't know why I was struggling when I was starting. I think you guys can see like me right now, and when I was starting, I was like very scared when I started, but now I'm not scared at all. I'm not scared. It is the mercies of the Lord that has given me so much peace and so much courage to even talk to you guys. I've really enjoyed this session, and I hope you guys have learned something, one or two. I'm going to be creating another video for next week, so make sure you wait, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, so that you get notified anytime Kate drops a new video, a new and purposeful video. Okay, so from now henceforth, we are going to be calling ourselves purposeful people, because you have already understood our purpose on this earth. You have already understood that we were just not created. We did not just find ourselves here. We are an answered prayer. Okay, so you have to to act like an answer that you are, the answer that you are. Okay, I love you guys, and have a nice week and weekend ahead. I love you. Bye. Okay, it's done.